people? And welcome to This Week in Sports with J.K. Lee. Today, I got a real special guest and a close personal friend of mine. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, man.
Byron Wade, Coach Byron Wade.
Coach Byron Wade, head football coach at Belaire. He built us up over here, so I said, hey, Wade, I need to interview him. Say less. So look, that's why we're here. And it's gonna be a great interview. We're gonna talk about some things and all the things that Wade has going on. We're gonna dive into the COVID issue and the COVID restraints. Matter of fact, let's start there, since that's the biggest thing that's going on in the country right now is the COVID pandemic. We gotta walk around with the mask on, and so give me some of the things that how it has affected your program personally. You know, like the Belaire football program.
Well, trying to gain the trust of the parents to be able to send their kids under our supervision to make sure, you know, we sanitize, that they not at risk, and you can never guarantee that because pretty much nobody knows what's going on. You step outside your house, you know, you are at risk. So just making sure we practice social distancing, making sure anything that the kids are using, that they're hands-on with, that we clean it, and just make sure that they understand, you know, you got to protect yourself.
You got to protect yourself all the time. Well, and I want to get more into the fact that, you know, here, you know, I know where we are. You know, we know the area we're in as far as Belaire, and it's just a positive thing for them to be playing football and having something to do. I know because y'all still virtual?
Yeah, well, students who choose to be virtual.
Gotcha.
And then we have students that come to school every day. Gotcha.
Yeah, well, we just got to get them to football practice, man. That's important, and that's something that they can always focus on, and because we don't want them getting into some of the other stuff that's...
Oh, yeah.
Straight up. Well, man, look, let's get into last season, man. Your first season, man. First playoff berth in what, how many years?
17 years.
17 years. So that means these in 2003...
Was
the last time. So most of the kids on your team, they don't even remember Belaire making the playoffs.
Nah, ever.
And you got it turned around, man. What were some of the biggest challenges going into last season, and how did those challenges change? Where did you see improvement?
Getting them to understand that preparation is very vital to having success.
Gotcha.
You can't just show up on Thursday or Friday night and play a football game. You got to watch film. You have to study your opponent,
right?
And you have to know your responsibility.
And look, I was actually in the stands at the St. John game, and like I know Belaire lost to St. John in 2019, and now this year was a triple overtime overtime thriller, and the running back number 2.
Yeah, the Nicholas Jeter.
Man, he went on a tear and he made it about himself. That was exciting for me to be a part of that, and I was glad you invited me. And man, that was fun, just the atmosphere, the DJ, the PA announcer, and like that was great. That was a great win for Belaire at that point, you know. So I want to congratulate you on that. Me and you already talked about that, but I want to congratulate you on film. That was a great win for the program, and that was to me that you could kind of see the tide changing.
Yeah, it's changing. It's still some things that frustrate me.
Well, yeah, you
and I would like to say it. I would like to say it publicly. The support. People love to talk about how they support their school, how they support their kids.
Man, talk to the camera. Talk to them.
We had between 38 and 42 kids dressed out, but we can't get 38 and 42 fans to the away games, let alone the home games. So, you know, not put your money where your mouth is. Put your presence.
Right.
You know, be there to support them.
Hey, come watch the kids, man.
If you aren't doing anything on a Thursday or Friday night, not just me at Belaire High School, but there are plenty of young and old black coaches that are giving their time. You know, it's not about money.
Right.
They're giving back to our kids, mentoring.
Well, even y'all PA announcer, he does defense on the loudspeaker, like, you know, all of that kind of, you know, just to go on what you're saying, all of that's important, just to support. Like, those kids want to look in the stands and see people that support them.
I mean, let's actually think about that. If you performing in anything, you in a dance recital, and there's nobody in the audience.
You lose the passion.
What kind of enthusiasm are you gonna have?
I agree.
You know, to be on point or to be excited about it. You know,
I agree.
That gives these kids exposure, and when they go in the barbershop, you know, when they go places in public, they can rub shoulders with people within the community.
Right. I totally agree. And you know, we getting to a point right now. Let me stand on my soapbox. We get to a point right now where we got to save our own communities, and people need to understand how important that is. It's not just about, hey man, I donate here. It's about you being present in your community. And one easy way to be present in your community is showing up to watch a football game. It's on Friday nights. You ain't got nothing to do. Y'all got the tailgate atmosphere going yet? We got to get that going.
Well, the pandemic kind of slowed down, but
that's true.
We want the turkey wings.
Yeah, man, all that.
We want the fried fish. all that going on.
Yeah, with the DJ, y'all have your own DJ at the game.
And we got an excellent band.
Yep, you sure do.
We got the best band in the city, one of them.
Right. The atmosphere is great, because I heard about y'all legendary pep rallies.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard about the pep rallies.
Yeah.
I heard the pep rallies are the best in the city. So we got to keep that same excitement and still show up Saturday night to come support the Bengals. All right, man. Let's go on to next season. I know my favorite player on the team is coming back, but give me some players, some key players for me to look for next season.
Trayvon Nelson, number 54. He's our best lineman.
Got to get the kids up front some love. The hog mileage, man.
He's the heartbeat of the team. So he is a collegiate prospect.
What grade?
He's in 11th grade.
Cool, man.
He's a collegiate prospect. Has tons of enthusiasm. Trying to just keep him focused, and I let him know that college athletics is in his reach.
Right, man.
He wasn't able to play in the playoff game, and you could just tell that the team, they rally around him.
Right.
He's fearless. He's relentless, and he's probably the most talented kid overall on the team.
That's class 2022.
Yeah, Trayvon Nelson.
Trayvon Nelson. Okay, now get to my guy. That's who I think the best player on the team.
LaCorian Compton. LaCorian Compton was the only freshman this year that was first team all-district. He was utility defense, but the only freshman within the 4A district that was first team. I saw him at Park Forest, a school I'm very familiar with.
Right. You head coach, worked there. Right.
This is, his attendance zone.
That's great.
So we were able to retain him through the feeder system. And, he's a two-way starter, man. He can play any position on the field.
Keep your thought. We're going to keep the private schools out the district, too. I want to look in the camera and say, these kids going to come to Belaire, but keep going.
Yeah, LaCorian, he a New Orleans baby.
Okay, cool, man.
So he come from New Orleans, so he's very gritty, very tough. Really is ahead of everybody in his grade level.
Yeah,
so.
Man, the Liberty game, I had the pleasure of really focusing on it because, of course, the St. John game they run. Mm-hmm. So I really didn't see him. But against a team that was willing to throw, that pick six.
Yeah,
that was prime time television there.
Yeah,
what was 65 yards or something?
It was 85 yards. 85 yards.
Yeah.
To the house.
Give me another one. Give me a third one.
The Nicholas Jeter, our running back. He's about 5'6", 5'7". He reminds me of Clyde.
Right.
From LSU.
That's number 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he's short and he's very bottom heavy and strong. He's shifty. He just got to continue. He's the hardest worker, the most athletic. I personally feel like he's an H-back slot receiver type of kid.
He does a good job of catching on those screens, too.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. So he can catch it out the backfield. But like I tell everybody, winning and losing on the scoreboard, that's not my definition. I want to hang my hat on being able to get these kids to higher learning.
Right.
So being able to allow them to use their athletic ability to get to college, even if it's not an athletic scholarship, even if it's just meeting the person that could, get them out of Baton Rouge, get them on a college campus.
And see, that's the thing. That's one of the things I love about sports, and I didn't mean to interrupt you, but for me, I get into understanding where, I'm always thinking. And to me, a kid that's able to go to college for free, right? They'll take that opportunity. But if you start talking to a kid, oh, he has to get loans and all that, he get frustrated and he gonna stay, I don't wanna do all of that, So just in this demographic right now, we gotta get these kids to understand that, man, that's a real goal that you have. Like, it's there.
Yeah. I've even migrated towards the military.
Me too, lately.
I think
Me too.
when you really look at where we are,
Right.
what the circumstances are at home,
Right.
what their parents may be doing or may have done, and you think about their reality,
Right.
it's all about getting away and experiencing something different and new. And then, the military, you do active duty for 20 years, from 18 to 38. At 40, you retire. You got all these benefits, and then we ain't got to worry about them being in their rack,
Right.
Baton Rouge.
Right.
So
I totally agree, man. And me and you talk off camera all the time, but you're one of the people that I believe in. That's the reason why when me and you even discussed after your interview, and I told you, man, you can do that, man. Like I believe in you, and I believe that you're one of the people. Your heart is in the right place because you really want these kids to succeed first. Now, if you win some games, and we're gonna win some games, I'm saying I'm claiming it. We're gonna win some games. Mm-hmm. But, that's a byproduct of kind of changing the environment for these kids, especially in this area, and that's very important for me. But we're gonna get to the next schedule, man. Let's get in the next season, man. Game by game, bro. What we thinking? Jamboree, you ain't got your pony yet, so we're gonna fast forward through that one. But week 1, who you got?
We playing North Central. They're gonna be traveling to us for week 1.
Oh, that's good. It's the 1-year contract, so ain't no 2 years this year.
Yeah, because of the pandemic,
right.
Everything is a 1-year contract, so we'll look at renewing. But the biggest thing is trying to get games that we know we could win. Previously,
right.
Other teams everywhere else been looking on us.
Oh, so North Central, y'all watching that Coach Wade say you know he can win that game.
Yeah, we can win and lose it, but at least it's a game in our reach.
Right,
at least
right,
we're not gonna play the powerhouses who trying to get their power points off of us.
Right. Ain't no more cupcake right there.
Oh no.
Week 2, you got it.
We got Northeast.
Another winnable game.
Yeah, it's another winnable game. They having a transition with their long-time coach. So, that's something that's within our reach also. And I think if we can start non-district, 4-0, 3-1, even 2-2, we have confidence now.
Right.
Our swagger going into the district. And just showing these kids, they got to see it for themselves. Yeah.
Week 3, what we got?
We got Central, the Central Wildcats.
That's the one I wanted to get to.
Yeah, and
Superstar Swift, huh?
Yeah, they have a program, and that's what I want my kids to understand, that any sport, it's a year-round situation. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna point the finger at you and say, look at your daughter.
Right.
She's an up-and-coming track star. She's a phenom, and she can't just wait to track season to start preparing if she wants to have success.
Right.
So at Central, I know they got ongoing stuff, and don't nobody have to look over their shoulder. They're self-motivated to do these things. So I think it's important to play an opponent that does have a program, so you can make a comparison yourself and go back and look in the mirror and really evaluate, okay, what am I trying to do, and what are other people doing?
All right, look, I'm gonna pull you out there now. We'll pull you out there. That's just what I do, man. I want Wade's guaranteed victories for 2021. Give them to me, man. Everybody watching, man. You gotta be confident in yourself. What do people say? Hey, man, I'm my biggest cheerleader, right? You can cheer for yourself.
Yeah, and my biggest critic. Only because it's you. I think
North Central,
Northeast, St. John of Plaquemine. Tara. Broadmoor. And I'm gonna say Astroma. Reason being, they put a lot of fear, and we had to put a lot of respect on their name. But
what was the final score last year?
34-0. 34-0, and you can't make no excuses about it.
But you think you gotta know? You already know that's the one. That's the show over there.
Right. Well, I mean,
Moss is the show.
Yeah. If we can stop him.
Lev Moss, man, shout out.
If we can stop him or contain him,
just contain it. You ain't gonna stop him.
You know, we put ourselves in better position. But I will say this: what surprised me about the Strowman, they got some big boys.
Oh yes, indeed.
I think his younger brother.
I'm about to say his little brother.
His younger brother is.
Yeah, he a dog.
During the game, I say, son, what grade are you in?
10th. He was in 10th grade.
Yeah, he in 10th grade. I'm saying to myself, like, man.
Yes, he the man. He the man.
But I think you know, making a declaration that we're gonna beat them.
Man, and I'm with it.
Has to happen because it's about where we're trying to go, and if we come up short, you know, shout out and respect to them.
Oh
but,
yeah, of course.
We not gonna.
Shout out Coach Gradney, man.
We're not gonna separate ourselves or anything. I mean, we on the same level. And
right.
All I do is win.
Right.
You know? That's what I do in life.
Right.
You know,
right.
These kids got to gravitate and rally around that type of mentality, you know, to have a strong belief in yourself. You look at where we come from, Southern Lab.
Right.
If you come into Southern Lab with a losing mentality before you leave, you know, either you gonna get ran off because you're not gonna fit into the culture.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
Or you know, it's gonna condition you to understand that this is all, nothing else is acceptable.
All right, well, check this out, man. I'm gonna get into what you doing right now today and this weekend, and I'm gonna let you talk about that. That boy going to Miami. You know, he's somebody important. So he going to Miami. So, man, get into that, man. Let's discuss the 707 and what because you filling in for the 18 and under coach this week, but you're going to be mainly coaching 15 under.
Yeah,
man, get into it, man.
I'm going to be the 15 and under coach for the Cream organization.
Right.
Corey Brownfield, kids.
Shout out Corey, man. Southern Lab.
An acronym for kids, rules, everything around him. He's always giving opportunities to kids. And really, that's what I'm in it for, to, you know, just to allow these kids to have exposure outside of Louisiana, you know, give them national exposure.
Miami.
And also allow them to understand what else is going on across the region and across the country. They got some teams out there. They not playing. They not playing around.
Right.
You know, before Deion Sanders took the job at Jackson State, you know, he had a team, and his team
with Prime. What was it? I can't think.
I want to say Dallas Prime, but
Dallas Prime, or Prime Elite, or whatever.
Number one, number two in the nation
every year.
You know, so just to go out there and see, hey, they put their tights, their gloves on one at a time, just like me, and I'm just as capable. You know, that's what it's really about. Going to Miami, it's a big deal, but you know, you only live once.
Right, man.
You know, you got to experience everything about life, or you just gonna be talking about it, or once you don't exist anymore.
Yeah, man. Then you got some talent too, cause you got Kylan Gross on that team, huh?
Yeah, Kylan Gross. And
shout out to Liberty High, man.
He's actually the 15 and under quarterback, but he can definitely spin it.
He can play, man.
He can definitely throw. I had the utmost respect for him. Caleb Jackson.
Yeah.
A guy Tamaj Virgin.
What school?
Ellender.
Oh, okay.
Out of Ellender.
Gotcha.
He just got a commitment from Mississippi State.
Oh, man. That's big.
Well, he got an offer from Mississippi State, and he, I think, is considering committing. And just every kid in the Baton Rouge area, I mean, shout out to Jeff Jones and Chris Peters. You know, they started Louisiana Elite. Shout out to Ken Anyo, Rohan Davey, all those guys. I think a lot of people think it's a competition, and it's not.
Well, it's a competition, but it's almost like a kind of a family situation, because I know all of those guys you named too.
It should be a family situation. Now, the way I feel and the way I treat people may not be what's reciprocated, you know, but I represent myself. And I stand alone also. You know, I don't.
I got you. When spring practice start?
Spring is going to start.
Give me a ballpark. I know what
in the beginning of May, we're going to play mentorship on the 14th of May.
That's cool.
And
I get an invite, bro?
You'll be there.
Mad Game Network, JK Lee Sports, that sound doable, man?
You got to be there.
You going to give me field passes, because a lot of people don't like to give me passes.
Man, you got all access, JK.
I
really appreciate, you know, tuning in to these kids because I want to shout out Quentin Paul, you know, what he did at Sports Cypher.
QP.
You know, if these kids don't have these opportunities, then they don't feel elite. They don't feel special. Everybody's not going to go to the next level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for some people, just think about when we were in school, being on Sportsline, that really meant something.
Yeah, it did.
Like, you may not have gotten a scholarship. You may not even got recognized in the paper.
Hitting that VHS and recording it, man.
So keep doing what you're doing because these kids get excited, man. They get a thrill out of that, man.
Well, like I said, man, you know, it was only fitting and only right that you be my first interview on this journey, man. We go back to a long way, back to all the way to the Dodgers.
Oh, yeah.
And all of that, man. So I really appreciate you, my brother. I thank y'all for tuning in, man. This week is Sports with J.K. Lee. Please continue to watch and follow all my social media, JK Lee Sports on Facebook and at JK Lee Sports on Twitter. Appreciate y'all. Holla.